Cool.
Yeah, we hear you too. So.
Mic on good. Yo, can somebody see if they can hear me in the
The
chat
stream?
or the stream? Yeah,
Let me try to pull it up.
that's whack. That shit was working perfect right now.
All right, say something. Dang it, so I could.
Yo, yo, yo.
I hear you.
All right, it's not altered or anything, so we good.
No, I hear you.
All right,
Fine.
cool, perfect. All right, man. So I'll give it. I'll wait like a minute and then I'll kick it off.
Well, you got the game up, so I can watch your stream because I don't have the game up.
Yo, what's going on, PML? It's your boy Ant Dog, man. Here with Talking PML, first episode of Premier Madden League Cycle. We're gonna go get it kicked off. Gonna go ahead and just talk a little bit about Madden, maybe get into a couple teams, how we feel about team selection. Uh, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. I'm joined by one of my guests, Greeny. What's up, Greeny? Say what's up to everybody.
What's going on, folks, man? I've been looking forward to this. Like a kid looking for Christmas, man. Can't wait for PMO to get started. Can't wait for the shit talk and all that good stuff, man. Glad to be here.
That's right. That's right. And then I also got my other co-host. I called you a guest. My bad, Greeny. That's on me. He's a
Disrespectful, man.
co-host. Yeah, it's mad disrespectful, especially to start off the first episode, man. That's man, I did him dirty, man. I did him dirty. My bad. Yeah, these are both my co-hosts. But my second co-host I got here, man, is going to be Dlloyd, man. Say what's up to everybody, man.
What's going on, PML fam? It's been a while. It's been a while, so I'm happy to be able to talk with you guys again. All we need is Mally. This is like the California crew, right?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah.
We might have
Yep.
to might have to get him over here, man. Get up on the show. Yeah, man. It's definitely been a while, man. The vacation from Madden is starting to become too long now, man. I mean, I'm itching to play some high competitive Madden games, and just been waiting. CPU's got me feeling like I'm too good for the game, and then I go and lab against Mike the other day, and he kind of smacked me around a little bit, so got brought back down to reality a little bit.
We're supposed to be labbing today. I should definitely hit him up.
Yeah, man.
Because I have not played it forever, man. Like I just told y'all. So
Yeah, it's cool. I just been I really ain't got no other league, so I'm just chilling and just playing CPU, trying to test out. I'm trying to stay away from comp, man, because I play comp and then I think my hit stick's good, and I'm missing tackles and everything, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've seen in 22 so far is uh, lots and lots and lots of missed tackles. I don't know if it's just like the timing is that different, or if everybody's rusty or what, but there's a ton of missed tackles this cycle.
Nah, yeah, definitely the missed tackle. I think it's more risk. I feels a little bit more risk reward. Definitely.
is it more? Because obviously I haven't played like crazy. Is it more based off of like the size and the physics? You know what I mean? Like a bigger back and a smaller corner, or is it kind of linebackers missing tackles too?
For me personally, it feels like that. I try to. I've been playing a lot with the Niners, and Quan Williams. He's a small he's a smaller like nickel line DB. So I try to hit stick like Henry or Even like a taller, just a taller receiver, man, and it almost like a slip tackle. He won't even try to hit stick him. He'll just slip off of him. Like it'll be like a grab and then it just slides off. So I've been seeing a little more of that animation when smaller players try to hit like the bigger guys.
I mean, that's cool to, hear and see because Madden has been so speed heavy, for pretty much ever, right?
Yeah,
So
man.
kind of seeing, weight and, your bigger, offensive players kind of take advantage of that. I guess defensive players as well, kind of just seeing weight and strength play a little bit more of a role. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that sub LB shit is gonna be dead. Like, you get run over now if you're like
Putting
you
like
put
the
like
safeties there, yeah.
oh my gosh, if you put like a 203-pound safety there and you're just gonna get trucked repeatedly.
Yeah, another thing that I kind of mentioned in the chat a couple days ago too was fatigue, man. Like if you, if you don't have a game plan for your training, what I've noticed is and so far it's just been with CPU teams for me, but like if your guys are taxed at the end of the season, man, they may only be in for like a play or two. Because I was playing the Titans, and it's like probably, well, I don't know, I think it was like week 14, 15 that I played the Titans, and Derrick Henry he was in the game for like 3 plays. He had like one big run for like 30 yards, and
And they just
then
didn't play the rest of the game.
yeah, I didn't see him all game.
That happened against me.
I
Just
was like,
didn't play. I was like,
yeah,
thank you.
it was like, dude, where'd he go? Yeah, they had some other. I mean, and it helped me, man. I mean, I didn't mind. Dude was running me over the 3 plays he was in, but
Man,
like
so
I think,
the fatigue, I think, is like I don't know if the updates have changed much. I know from the season I ran before, it goes both ways. Like there has been times where I played the CPU, and like you said, Derrick Henry will play, and then you won't see him the rest of the game. And I'm just like, why are they running McNichols? Like, what's going on? But you're happy, like you're like cool. And then there's been times where I had half padded practices and then I come into the game and it's just nothing but orange. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like everybody's tired. Like, what are we just not doing nothing all week? We just show up on Sunday. Like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, you know what I mean? So that I haven't even learned that. And I think that is going to take a long while to learn. I think in PML, that's probably going to be the move, just nobody practice until we kind of figure out what's going on. But it's going to be an interesting wrinkle, you know?
yeah,
It's definitely
definitely.
something that's going to be tough to figure out. I joined like a 1 second guys.
Yeah, but like you were saying, it's a like you were saying, it's gonna definitely be a interesting little twist to the league. Probably a lot more injuries, and then that was just me doing it on like your just basic fatigue level. I didn't make any
Yeah.
adjustments to it or anything. So, and I think we're gonna boost it up a little bit more. So, we could see some big name guys
I
falling
think for
off.
sure injuries are going to be boosted up. So I mean, those guys playing, in the yellow is dangerous because your injury chance is
Yeah, yeah,
already up. You know,
definitely.
so I mean that those and all of the little dev scenario or breakout scenarios that come up. I'm sure you playing offline, you've had a lot of those. Where you're getting +4s or your team is now mad at this team, so now your break tackling is up. +5 for the next game. Like all those type of scenarios that come to play. Um, I mean, those are game changers. So
Yeah,
it's going to
those.
be very like with the
Yep.
home field advantage and those, it's a lot of variables going into winning
Yeah.
games. I don't think it's just I'm better than you, so all of a sudden it's going to happen. Like you could have a great game plan and just everything
Yeah.
fall apart because of all the other stuff going on in the game, which
Yeah.
is pretty realistic at times.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a lot. It's a substantial change from last PML cycle to this PML cycle. It's going to be pretty interesting. I actually like the tweaks of little small minor injuries that keep guys out for practice. It's like you said, it's a realistic feel, and I definitely think it's gonna put a twist. I think those teams like myself and even JT, who like for me last cycle I had like 50 receivers on my roster.
Yeah.
JT had like 40 running backs. Guys like us, we're gonna have to really we're gonna have to change that because depth and even keeping like a 53-man roster is probably gonna be super super crucial.
For sure, man. As long as you don't get shorter this year, right? We'll
There
be
we go.
fine.
Yeah,
We,
maybe I can draft him, you know, and I won't have to trade away the house for him, you know. But
we can't let that happen. But yeah, I
yeah,
agree, guys. I think it's one of the biggest changes from one Madden to the next. And I was trying to say before, I had to mute myself for a second, but I played in a fantasy league, fantasy draft league, week 2, and I got Cam Newton, and because I punted quarterback like an idiot, so I got Killer Cam for the year, and drive down the field. No QB runs. It was like a 5-play drive or something. I get to like the goal line, do one quarterback blast, right? One. That was it. He scored the touchdown. He didn't get hit. Like it was just straight in. The next offensive possession, he did not come onto the field at all. I had like a 9-play drive. He didn't come out to the field once. I couldn't sub him in. Then the next possession after that, he missed the first 3 plays as well. So he was out for like a possession and a half after the one QB blast, and I was like, "This is
And
gonna be a
so,
problem."
so what happened is he was so tired after that. He drunk all the Gatorade, then cramped up. So then by the time they massaged out the cramp, took a possession and a half before he was able to get back on the field. So
Bro, it was wild, and like the dude was like messaging me after. He's like, "Yo, I thought you just like subbed him out and like forgot to sub him back in." I was like, "No, no, no. Like I had some like 52 overall backup. Like I wasn't trying to 2 quarterback system. He just wouldn't get his ass back into the field." So yeah, that was weird, man. If that stuff happens in like a big game, like your fourth quarter, somebody does like a QB run, a read option, QB sneak or something, then you get the ball back with like 48 seconds left, and you can't get your quarterback on the field. That shit's gonna suck.
man, that happened. That happened last cycle with me. I had a whole video talking about it when Sam Howell just got hurt, like tired and just didn't want to play like the whole quarter for whatever reason. I forgot who I played, but they DM me after. It was like, "Oh, nice Mariota package." I'm like, "Dude, it wasn't on purpose, bro. Like, that's my quarterback, which is exhausted for whatever reason." So I mean, I just know it changes. It changes a lot. It's going to be a lot of variables. I think it's going to be a lot of complaining in the chat. Like you already get people that say you won because of this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Now you're gonna get a lot. You won because of this what's it, X factor, M factor, whatever the home field advantage is called, or you won because this guy was tired, or my player tweaked the ankle at practice and now he didn't play. It's gonna be a lot of stuff, man, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be funny to sit back and watch until it happens to me. But
Exactly.
it's gonna be cool, man. I'm
yes,
excited. Like I said, I'm very excited. I spent a month off from Madden. Feel like I got my break. Played it today. Now I'm excited for PML again.
yeah. It's definitely gonna be fun, man. I think we're right there around the corner. I think they were saying that the official team announcements are gonna be, I believe he said next week or weekend. So we'll finally have everybody's official teams, and then the season's probably not too far after that. Like we've been really just waiting, like most other leagues who are waiting just for the scouting update. Man, they kind of had to push it back a little bit, which is unfortunate, but I think we got
Man,
to.
we should have known when they said
Yeah,
targeting
yeah,
September that
yeah,
that didn't sound
yeah.
too promising.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's also giving, like I said, JT and some of the other guys in the league who are working on stuff, time to really just not have to rush to do the stuff like that. So, and JT said he's gonna be revealing some big things. So I'm pretty excited for whatever. I mean, whatever JT usually throws at us, man, it's pretty interesting. Great for the league and stuff. So
It's I don't know all of what he's bringing, but some of the stuff I do know is like mine. It's a lot. It's cool. Like it's gonna be a lot of stuff that you're not gonna find in other leagues, and that's one thing I think we all appreciate from PML is the work JT puts in to make this a unique experience. You know what I mean? That you
yeah,
can't just find. Like most leagues is kind of you're running the mill type of leagues, man. But I'm excited for that and team reveals. I know he said there's going to be some changes. How many changes we'll see? And then we're waiting on a scouting update. Like EA, like any day,
yeah,
any day
yeah.
now, man.
Hopefully not too many changes though. I hope I still keep the Niners, but but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I really don't care what team I get. It's just about being in PML. It's like
There
you
you
said,
go.
it's a different vibe. Uh, Definitely a more polished experience when you're playing Madden. You don't have to worry about
Yeah.
disengage blitzes or the new meta of the cycle of Madden. So
Well, I
it's
mean, at least we
competitive.
know Greeny got the nomads right now, so we'll see.
Bruh, I'm
Yeah,
hurting still. It's crazy because it's like,
yeah,
I wish that I could be practicing with whatever team I'd be getting with, and it might still be the Rams, might not. Like, it was, Chiefs for like 2 days or like 12 hours, whatever it was. Then it was the Rams. Then it was maybe not. So it's like, I just want to be able to, get into some kind of a rhythm with whichever team it's going to be. But I think, Ant just said it perfectly. It's like just about being in PML is so dope. And that's even kind of like some of the things that I've talked to, like with HD and Neff. And, my examples, it's like, do we want to make certain changes to the league to make it better? Of course, right? There's always things you could do to improve like your league or yourself just in general, right? And it's like, but like if I have a girlfriend who's like a 9 out of 10, right? It's like, do I want her to like, dye her hair and get like a brush reduction and get like lipo or like fucking Botox and like all this shit at once? And it's like, are you going to be like a 6 after all this? Like, how do I go from a 9 to a 6? So, you know, I'm super looking forward to some of the changes that JT's bringing because I know it's going to be great. But that's one of the things that I think about when we talk like all of the rule changes. Sometimes I'm like, hey man, we got this 9. Let's, I'm okay with a 9. Like I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it comes too just because there's a lot of people that love PML, are passionate really about PML, right? Like, this is a significant hobby in a lot of our lives. So people just always have ideas to make things better. Like you said, there's always a line, and then obviously you want to get feedback, and JT has the ultimate decision and his vision of where he wants things to go. But I mean, this fact that we have says, you know what I mean, in a lot of the decisions is also, a pretty cool thing too.
100%. It's not like I've seen some other leagues where it's just like any decision, any kind of issue, it just goes right up to the commissioner and he's like judge, jury, and executioner. And it's pretty awesome to get to vote on some of these changes and rules and things that we want. And it's just as I've played in some of these other leagues now, just to like try to stay somewhat consistent with the gameplay. It makes me enjoy PML that much more because it's like I was just telling Ant, like, play this one dude in this league, and the entire game he ran 3-3-5 Mike 3 Sam blitz, like the entire, even on the goal line, maybe first down, it could have been 3rd and 60, he would have ran the same defense the entire game. I was like, man, this is not like improving my skills at all. This
Yeah.
is pointless.
Hey, at least you have a league, man. I don't play outside of PML. I finally joined another league, right? And they're waiting for the scouting update. So it's like, bro,
Oh man,
there's just no Madden at all right
yeah,
now. Like,
yeah. It's the same. Like I said, I just been playing CPU, so uh, I I think I'm the greatest at the game right now. I'm over
hey
here,
man,
putting up 70 points on the CPU because they're all burnt out in week 17 and they got their linemen playing tight ends and
go
it's
to
it's
Operation Sports and download and get these sliders called
yeah.
Mat 10 sliders, bro. Because I was doing the same thing, and I put his sliders in, and
Yeah.
I had some pretty solid games before my Xbox broke. So,
Yeah, yeah, this should be fun. I'll have to check that out, man, and get a little bit more work. I know I've been labbing a little bit. I've played Q a couple times. Q's switching up his teams too because he doesn't really know what team he's gonna get. I don't think he
I
wants
don't
the
think nobody
Chiefs.
knows what team they're getting, man.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, I understand Q's hesitancy for the Chiefs because he's not going to get credit if you win, and I think
yeah.
it's a one of
Hey,
those
Q
catch
with
22s. You know what I mean?
yeah, Q with the Chiefs is deadly, man. He's never it's
He's going to have fun if he gets them, but then it's going
he'll
to
ball.
piss him off when nobody gives him credit for winning.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I respect him for that. You know what I mean? He wants to grind it out. He doesn't want it to be super easy or anything like that. I respect that decision.
I mean, it makes you like as a team that got a user who had the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
it makes you want to get like the worst team in the league, even if you lose, just because you get tired of everybody saying it's just because your
Just
team.
because,
You know what I
I
mean?
don't know how many times I heard that about you last season, and it's kind of sucks, man, because you play. I mean, you did play some good users. I mean, so I mean, good team or not, and then towards the end, it got everybody's team was pretty much 99s and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, you
So,
got shorter. I can't win once you get shorter, man.
oh
So,
Don't
man,
let certain people hear that.
it just so happened to be that my last game of the season was against you, and my quarterback. I can't even remember the dude's name anymore, man.
Cunningham, man,
Man.
Cunningham,
Yeah, there we
bro.
go. I
Put some
forgot about that
respect
guy,
on his
man.
name, man. He
I left him
balls
out.
in real
I
life.
left him. I left him outside the. I left him outside the stadium in Atlanta, man.
You left him.
We were driving away on the bus, and he was still standing there. He thought we were on the other side. No, yeah, but he just decided
man.
he wanted to have his best game, the last game of the season against you, man. He was balling out. Yeah,
It was a fun game, though.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I mean, neither one of us had anything to lose, I think, at that point. So we always have fun games when we could just.
Well, I mean, because JT, we didn't know he was just Magic Man in season 5. So
he was just stringing us along, making
yeah, he
us
was
think
just
that he sucked.
he just wanted us to stay in the league, and then all of a sudden he's like, all right, I think they're really deep into it now. I'm just go ahead and show them what I really could do.
Just punch him in the mouth, Yeah, yeah, but so let's say that you do get you do stick with the Raiders, Dlloyd. How you feeling about that squad that you got over there, man? What you got some pretty cool
Man,
pieces
I obviously like the Raiders don't. Well, real life is showing differently. You know what I mean? But going into the season, the Raiders defense is supposed to be suspect, right? But when you look at their roster, like it's an exciting roster, except for Cleveland Farrell, who I hate with a passion. And Damon Arnett, like he will probably be cut immediately. Like I don't care. I just hate him that much. But other than those two guys, you have a lot of speed on the defensive end. So I'm excited for the speed there, like Divine Diablo, Trevon Merrick, even Jonathan Abram. I'm excited for those guys. If I keep the Raiders, if not, whoever gets them should be excited for those guys. Henry Ruggs. I've never used like a small, fast receiver, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, you can't go wrong, right, with a dude with 97, 98 speed. So
and Ruggs, yeah.
I mean,
never in Madden, man.
I'll just have to figure out how to use them. If I can't use them, I suck. But I'm trying to figure out how to use them.
I don't care how bad you are, man. I think he'll figure out a way to get open.
Yeah, like I think at the receiver group, I will keep everything the same. Like I'm excited for Brian Edwards. That's my type of receiver, a bigger body wide receiver. So I'm excited for him. Obviously, I had Mike Evans and Godwin stuff before, so that's kind of right up my alley. Hunter Renfro, third and Renfro, we'll see. We'll use him. I don't care if he has 86 speed. Just
yeah, he's balling out this season too, man.
Those running backs are going to be tough because they're not fast. But Jonathan. Josh Jacobs is a little bowling ball out there, man. So
yeah,
the offensive line is trash though. Like that has to be improved like ASAP. And Darren Waller, I love tight ends, bro. So you give me a fast tight end. Last time I had Calcaterra, he had the reception. He got suspended for the receptions thing, the 30% target. So we'll see what happens there.
That was what was that? Not 20, right?
20 when Pittsburgh, man. I love that dude. That's when I even found out that was a rule. I didn't know it was a rule until he got suspended. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that was back to our that went back to the old Eagles rule, man. The dude was just launching I guess he got like a 97 or 96 speed receiver back. I think that was the cycle before you. And yeah, he was just it was like one guy that had like every catch. I was like,
ironically, I'll get Mariota back. So I got to get a package for him. So
there you go.
I think it'll be fun, man. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, and mobile QB seem to be the way in this, man. I mean, you could loop around and do everything with the mobile quarterbacks, man. If he's got
he's just a built-in wildcat. You seen how I use him last? Like I don't I don't run that much, but with him, I'm fully confident. Yeah. And I don't know. I like throwing people off. Like I snap the ball, like oh shit, like that's Mariota all of a sudden. So
yeah. Yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt to run into the fire and stuff with your backup quarterback, especially if
Oh
he's
yeah, you're a lot more
yeah.
confident and a
If he's
risk taker all of a
trying
sudden.
to jump
Yeah,
over piles, and he's trying to juke out dudes.
hitting
I think he
triangle
even
all of a
tried to
sudden.
truck
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah. I was like, what's Dlloyd doing out here with this guy, man? He's over here doing backflips over
Like I
people.
said,
Yeah.
you get a lot more
Yeah,
brave when he's your number two. You know.
definitely. uh, so what about you, Greeny? I think right now you're sitting at the Rams. Uh, you know, you rolled out the pocket to lose the Chiefs. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, man.
uh,
Listen,
you lied to
the Bishop
ES
Sycamore.
yeah, you lied to ESPN about how many top prospects you had in your system. Like, what's going on, man? How you feel about? I don't think the Rams are a bad team, man. I think they're
They just
pretty
don't have
set.
draft picks.
Yeah, just no
Yeah,
draft picks.
that's
No
the thing,
draft
man.
picks, and
That's
from what I've been hearing from you, I guess I'm guessing you were saying Stafford's like a one and done or a regression or whatever it is.
Yeah, so that's the thing is what I really enjoyed last cycle in PML, and honestly, I was like I had done a couple seasons in like a franchise or two with A-Rod and Madden 21, and like nothing like super competitive. You know, some of those leagues were not fully filled. Some of them were just no rules kind of deal. So PML last cycle was my first real chance at like team building. I'd never really done franchise before. I was always like a head to head or live, tournament kind of guy. And what I liked the most about it, honestly, was like building up that Colts team, right? They were young, they had a lot of cap, they had some draft capital, and I was able to take a team that was, I don't know, like 77 or 78 or whatever they were, and build them all the way up. So the Rams, it's totally different. Like the team is way better off jump, but I wrote it out that day. Like they don't have a first round pick from 2016 to 2024, and it's like, bro, like, come on, dude. Like, what are
Hey
we doing
man,
here? So,
don't worry, I could give you one. Just step in my
yeah, there we
office.
go. There we go. Two Atwell coming your way.
Yeah, yeah,
Take another small fast receiver. But yeah, so it's Stafford. Year one is legit. He's probably he's better than like Jameis was last cycle for me. So I'll take that. 95 throw power, not bad, right? It's
Yeah.
always a good thing to
And he
have.
has a
But
sleeve. Quarterback with a sleeve can't go wrong, man.
right,
yeah.
so he's swagged out. Um, but yeah, I've done like two or three different like sims on it, and every time after season one, he loses like 5 to 16 or 17 like attributes, and kind of starts dying down like after season one. So you need a plan there. But they don't have a first or a second round pick. They don't have a first, second, or third round pick on the roster from last year. They just have Tutu Outwell was their top pick, then a backup tight end. So they're aging, right? They're expensive, and there's no draft pick. So it's a
Yeah,
team that should be able to compete the first year or two for sure. Then you need to really hit on some late round studs and picking up
yeah,
some cheap free agents to really be able to still build and compete years 3 to 5. So it's going to be a complete different build than what I have. But yeah, Aaron Donald and the boys, like I think I'll have them looking right on defense. But then D-Jax will have a nice career year, season one, with his speed and Stafford's arm still before they both fall off. And then, got to figure out something at the running back position. Cam Akers, if we're doing injuries pre-existing, then he's out for the year. If we're not doing that,
Yeah.
then obviously I got him and can build with him. But it's going to be a completely
Do
different cycle than last year for me.
do any of you guys know if you could still get XP? Say, can you like make him a focus player or give him XP while injured, or is he just not ever going to improve? I know you could put regular points towards him, like PML
PML points.
content
Yeah.
points, but
I know they
I
get
don't believe
points
so.
when I know I've had injured guys on my team through my franchise
like
in the
get
offline.
upgrades. I feel like, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
get upgrades, but I'm not sure if you can focus him if he's injured.
got you.
Listen,
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope we don't start with pre-existing
No, he's gone, bro.
injuries on. Well, no. Like,
Okay.
listen. So in one of the leagues I'm in with A-Rod, it was like a mass pandemic, right? So we did it with injuries, pre-existing injuries on, and all the people that were pre-existing injuries like just got added to IR and are out the entire year. So like I have the Colts in that league, and
Oh,
Wentz was out for 3 or 4 weeks. and he's just never come back. He's just on the IR for the whole year. Like it's like a glitch.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a little tip, bro. You're gonna go to the IR, bro, and then if it says non-injured or uninjured or what, it says something like that, you go over there, you click it, right? And then on that little tab, it's gonna say like view his contract, or it's gonna say like view. It gives you like a bunch of options you could click on. What you're gonna do is down at the bottom somewhere, it's gonna say like remove from. I might even be able to. Yeah, it's gonna say like remove from IR, and I think you have up to 2 players that you could do that to.
Yeah, well, the Colts had like 6 pre-existing injuries.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll the dice, man, and see which one you want to come back, dude.
And I didn't even realize it because I played week 1, and I was like, all right, Carson's out, but also like Eric Fisher was out, and I didn't realize that because he wasn't supposed to be. So I had like a 56 overall left tackle starting, and I had no idea. And the dude had like 5 or 6 sacks. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? And then after the game, I saw it, and I was like, these motherfuckers.
I'm sure JT's very particular with stuff like that. So I'm sure he will look at it, and if it's still there, I don't know if they fixed it or not. If it's still like that, then I'm sure maybe he will turn it off. You know what I mean? If you just nobody's getting their guys.
So Mally's in the chat actually, and Mally says that you can still get XP while he's injured.
You can still get him. All right. I mean, you can still do that and make a grand appearance season 2.
Exactly.
With him. Yeah, like all of a sudden, like we've never seen Cam Akers. He just comes in at 90. Yeah. Like, who is this guy? I mean, that's possible, I guess. I mean, at least that's the only bright side if you don't have him. I mean, obviously the bad part is you don't have him, man. Even if you have to win season 1 because you can't have been tanked because you don't have don't have a pick.
So, I got no chances. Yeah, so I gotta go for it.
If you're searching for a quarterback, man, I'm pretty sure Cammy over there with the Saints, man, will send you Winston. I'm almost positive he'll send you.
I'm not
reunited.
I'm not, bro. I don't care. I'll play quarterback myself in the league before I quarterback with Jameis again because like his stats are all legit, and he'd still just like sail like 5 passes a game. Like I swear it was built into the AI to make him.
Well, brutal. Nathan Peterman will be available. That's another guy I hate, so he'll be released as well. So he'll be available for you.
Now we're talking.
Free of charge, man. I don't even need to trade for him.
Mally's in the chat saying he's got Fournette for you, Greeny.
No. Give me Fournette, bro. No.
And that's the downside too, Greeny, man. Me and you in the same division as of right now, man. And we were trade partners last year, man. We got some pretty good trades together, man. So
listen, I'm mad about that, and I'm still salty as fuck about our game, dude. How that game ended, man. I'm not. I need to win like 7 in a row before I get over that or something, because that shit was tough, man. I get it, bro. Well, no, that happened, right? Then I had that pick in the end zone with like 3 minutes left or whatever that would have sealed it. Yeah. And your lineman hit sticks my corner in the end zone, and you get a touchdown out of it.
Half the league was boosting up their kicker's kick power or kick accuracy, man. And I was over here making sure all my linemen had 99 hit power, bro. So
yeah, whatever it was. But then also in that game, besides that, I get the ball back, drive down the field, take my 3 to tie the game, which I should have played a little more aggressive. Get the ball in overtime. First play. You also injured Jonathan Taylor in the game too, so thank you for that.
Wasn't he out for like 10 weeks or something?
Were you the one that hurt him when I didn't have to play him? Well, thank you.
Yeah, but then
in the thick of overtime, you took him out.
Yep. But then in overtime, my backup running back on the first play overtime fumbles and says, "Here, Ant. Here, please take this game." So brutal.
Speaking of fumbles, how do you guys feel about fumbles this year? Is it a problem? Is it better?
Against users, not so much. I haven't played even on comp. Like when I play like against Mike or Q or anybody in the league. Like I really don't. Like I mean, I haven't really caused very many fumbles.
Strip sacks or like quarterbacks, sack fumbles are bigger. So they got fucking butter on their hands or something, man. They're just dropping everything. Yeah.
I really wish there was a mechanic, because sometimes you want to take the sack instead of just throwing the ball stupidly. You know what I mean? And like there should be a mechanic where you could kind of just cover up. Like you could cover up when running the ball. Like sack me, I just don't want to fumble the ball.
Yeah. this same for like when your guy gets taken down, but he's not like like say a guy gets a pick and he's laying on the ground.
Mhm.
I wish there was a mechanic where you could keep him on the ground because like there's times where I've gotten up and then the dude's sitting there and just lays him out and he fumbles it back again. I'm like, oh my god.
I will say this was against the CPU. There was I I want to say 4, bro. Like I'm not lying. Is then I'll find the video and try to show you guys the clip. I want to say it's 4 back to back to back kickoffs. I hit stick the CPU and they fumbled.
Yeah,
Like it was so bad. Like I was like, bro, I gotta change the sliders or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I had to pause it in middle of the game. I was like, hold on, let me see what's going on here.
You're like,
I was like, bro, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like everybody's gonna think I'm cheating. I'm like, look, man, this is the sliders. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Against the CPU, it happens a lot, man. That's why some of those games I was posting in Discord of me being like the Panthers, like 75-3. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was all fumbles, man. It was kickoff fumbles, you know.
Makes you feel good, and then you run up against Q and get destroyed.
Yeah, he went up against Q and he smacked me around, and then Mike's
then it's the opposite,
stepping into the end zone and stuff. I'm like, oh.
And it's one of those, you lose. And it's one of those games I had against Cook where I lost by 69.
Yeah.
So
that shit happens. I think also too. I've seen more like punt return and like kickoff return touchdowns.
Yes, I've seen that too.
In 22. There seems to be better blocking downfield. There's more like broken tackles. I think on kick return. So like if you're going for that big hit, it's possible to get that fumble. But if somebody gets the outside, like they're likely to return it this year. Whereas last year you'd get like caught from behind or caught up with bad blocking or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I love that because it was just fair. It was no point to return really a kick last year. Like just fair catch it or taking the call it a day. I wonder if do like whatever Deontay something, the dude from the Saints, like with
Harris,
the return.
Harris,
yeah, like the dude with the return ability. Like I wonder how good that is. Like, is that effective? Is it not? Is it worth it? Because it may be worth it if you can return kicks. I don't know. I've never used them, so
I haven't used the Saints enough to know if.
Listen, I had that on.
He has that ability still or not? Does he?
I don't know.
Harris Campbell got that season 5. The reroll I did, he got the return man ability, and it was like the first time I attempted to return a kick or a punt like all year long, essentially. Versus fucking Z, like Paris like fumbled a slant, right? He had a slant that got hit and fumbled. Then he fumbled a kickoff return and he fumbled a punt return. And I'm like, yo, get off the field, like go home. You're cut.
Z, man. He finds a way to hit stick you no matter what the situation is.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be pretty interesting, man. It's gonna be a very interesting first season. A lot of adjustments. I think people are gonna. There's gonna be a lot of frustrated people right now in the Discord chat. Not at this very second, but like the kind of the last couple of days of talking the Discord chat has kind of just been about trying to figure out the defensive side of the ball. And I think we're all there. I'm there as well. I know I've jumped.
Are the zones better? I'm gonna get some Madden games in this weekend, but like since the update, did they really fix it?
I don't feel like there's very, man, I feel like for a little bit before the update, it was kind of, it wasn't, I wouldn't say broke, but it was not working maybe to the best of its ability. And now I feel like if you just call the wrong play, you're calling the wrong play. So I don't think it's like broke. I just think, if you're calling the the cover 6 with the invert and the outside of the field is kind of open, so you're kind of if he runs a streak, he's wide open.
No, at the beginning I would go like cover 2, and it wasn't like the safety was conflicted. But it wasn't like they were conflicted though. But there'll be times where the dude would just run straight, and like my zone guy will kind of like stop or like slowly be there, let the guy run past him, and then decide, oh, he's in my zone. Let me, try to go catch him. And by then it's like, dude, it's too late. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's fixed or not. But that's like the only major thing. Like maybe I don't run zone enough for people to really to notice, but like everybody was complaining. I was like, besides that, like I never really had major issues, but I don't know after the fact if they fixed it.
Yeah, I think people are just
Yeah.
trying to figure out just their what they're gonna do on defense to stop people. I mean, like last cycle, it takes some adjusting. People, the game's a little bit different.
And
It's not, and it's just
Yep.
gonna take. It's kind of
you
like
guys
That's
play me, man. I'm very basic. I'm very
yeah,
basic, bro. Like I don't even have to hide what I'm gonna do. I pay my corners too much money not to man you up, and then so
yeah,
you're gonna go
and,
out there. I don't care if it's
yeah,
shorter who's just mossing my guys all game. We gonna hey,
yeah,
bro, suck. Corner has a bad day, bro.
yeah,
But other than that, like I'm just very basic. I mean, I guess whatever happens is gonna happen. I
yeah,
just hope my guys, we play on sim, so the ratings is supposed to matter more
yeah.
than my ability. So I just kind of hope you guys could take over and do something.
Yeah, help me out just a little bit.
That's
Yeah,
one of
I've
the things I've seen is that defense it's different to me where people are saying it's broken, people are saying it's perfect, this blah 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 blah. It's any coverage, there's a way to beat it, right? I saw somebody the other day in the chat was complaining that his cover two didn't cover a post, and I'm like, well,
does it cover
it
both?
shouldn't, right?
Yeah, it
Like, you know what I
shouldn't.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
think
you
yeah,
can't get mad about that, right? But
yeah,
what I've seen is that if you bring pressure, right, or the right kind of pressure, the blitzes get through. But if you're just trying to rush with like a subpar D line and you're just trying to rush 3 or 4,
yeah,
you are gonna get eaten fucking alive because like coverage breaks down. Those guys are
definitely,
not
yeah,
getting through. Like it's gonna be a rough day for you.
yeah.
So
You kind of gotta know your team that you got. And I've seen King Mike talk about it a lot in the chat. He's it's a give and take kind of thing, is what he said. You gotta just
right.
figure out what your identity is and just go from there.
No, I think that's like I mean King Mike's a guy who's very, analytical looking at kind of how things work. Um I don't send a whole lot of pressure, and I don't want you guys to give away like specific strategies and stuff. But like
Yeah,
when people are, finding or like Greeny just said, figuring out how to, cook up a blitz or send pressure, is that more of a, I'm just shifting my D line, you know what I mean, to the left, to the right, spreading them, or is that like I'm gonna send this guy on the blitz on this angle from this corner, you know what I mean? Like, is that stuff that people, or at least you guys, look at when you're thinking of how to send up a blitz? Because I'll just call it a blitzing play and call it a day.
Well, yeah, it's just
So,
about like kind of trying to, I know in PML we have like the adjusting to the adjustments, right? It's like,
mhm,
but it's you got to play to either your team's strengths, your opponent's weaknesses, or like different than what your opponent's thinking, right? So with the Rams, if I got Aaron Donald on one side, am I going to bring pressure on that side or am I going to bring pressure from the other side that's weak, right? So you
mhm.
got to think about that. If somebody's constantly rolling out to the right side, am I going to bring a nickel from that side? Am I containing? Am I bringing somebody up the A gap, right? So there's way more that I've seen where, if you're bringing pressure up the middle, and you've got the gaps covered, like middle linebackers are shooting the shit out of like the A gap this year. So
Really? Yeah.
there's like different kinds of pressure this year. I've seen in one of the leagues that I'm in a whole lot of disengage pressure as well. That shit's
Oh
back, which
gosh,
is
here we go.
annoying. So I've unfortunately gone against it already, and it's tough. But yeah, it's like there's just different blitzes that work this year. It doesn't always have to come from the edge, which is awesome to see that they're kind of incorporating some of that stuff. And like if your interior of the line is not good, they're going to get beat up. They're going to get confused on the assignments with stunts that are working. I've seen stunts work this year for the first time fucking ever. It's awesome to see, honestly. But yeah, if you just go in thinking that you have like 382 overall linemen are gonna like wreak havoc. That it's dead. It ain't happening.
That's cool.
yeah,
That's
and
definitely cool to hear. As more strategy, more thinking at the line of scrimmage,
yeah,
with to the
it's
offense
definitely
and things like that. Mhm.
you're definitely gonna have to kind of do some research on your opponent and just kind of figure out what his tendencies are and
I mean, well, all of that stuff. Do you think slow down the game? Like now, the offense is going to make an adjustment, the defense is going to make an adjustment instead of like just getting to the line, snapping the ball. Sounds like you may get, especially the higher level games or more important games like the playoffs. You may
uh,
get more people really setting up plays and bringing guys in motions and stuff like that. Like I feel like that
like you
may
yeah,
be.
Yeah, I
something
think
that happens.
to a point, yeah, you probably get some situations where guys are slowing it down and trying to really see what the defense is doing. And then you might get guys who are noticing that, the guys on defense are making adjustments and
Yeah.
the adjustments are killing them. So they're going to try to come to the line and try to
Man,
not let
I'm
them make
figuring
those
out the
adjustments.
adjustments. You guys know me with my fake audibles. I used to slow it down just to piss off whoever I'm playing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But now I might learn something. It might be a real audible now. You know what I mean?
It'd be like, nah, he's just faking. He's just faking. Oh, dang, he got me over the top. Oh man, he got me.
He's really doing something, man.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
nobody trusts you after that hook and ladder, so I don't know who you're trying to fool.
Hey, man, I might pull that off again. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man. Hey, it might actually work a lot better in this game. So
Man, I've tried it already. It's hit and miss. It's definitely hit and miss. I did it. I got an interception. I was like, yeah, I'm about to pitch it back, and I just threw it to nobody. I'm like, bro, what's happening? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
hey, that was a desperate situation, man. Glad to pay it off.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. So yeah, we've been going for about 45 minutes now, man. I just wanted to get together, kind of get this first show,
There's not
out
much to
there.
talk about till we start,
Yeah, just kind of
figuring some
get
stuff
the
out. But we're getting back there. We're getting the band
yeah
back together.
the band back
You
Let's
together.
know,
go.
Yep.
It'll be
Just
a little more interesting once we start
once
up
we
and
got some
everyone just
football to
starts getting
talk
called a
about.
pitch
Yeah.
again.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Just trying to get the PML fan back. Sending out
Definitely.
invites to the reunion. You know what I mean? Like, when are we meeting up again?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just just kind of get the content going. They got other good podcasts out there. You got the breakfast show that you're also a part of.
Yeah, make
They
sure you
might be
guys
a little
tune into that. I
yeah.
know HD is gonna say I left him, and I did not leave anybody HD at all.
Yeah. And then you got
Chill, bro.
Goose Z Star, and
Rolling out the pocket, man.
I said Hype Mike. Oh my God, King Mike. My bad,
King
King
Mike,
Mike.
man.
Damn.
Yeah, over there with the Rolling Out the Pocket podcast. Got individual who's trying to get into the league. He's got his own after what is it called, a late night. It's like a Saturday
The
weekend show.
weekend,
Saturday
yeah.
weekend
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. So
And don't
he
forget
Bumbo.
Mad. We have Mad.
yeah.
Mad
I
and
was
After
just gonna
Dark
get
as
to
well.
Molly. Yeah. Might have to get him to come over here to the Cali show, man.
California brethren, you know what I mean?
Mally from Cali, yeah.
I need it.
So yeah, we're getting the content going. It's gonna be a fun cycle. A lot of good things coming from JT. Yeah, it's just gonna, just get ready for the season, and then we'll start coming to you with some scores, some game stats. Talk a lot about injuries since guys are gonna be falling off.
Yeah, I'm sure. I seen a post where JT said, like, ideally he wants every team to have 4 to 6 or something like that. So I'm sure we'll talk a lot about injuries this season.
He wants a trauma center set up.
Carson
Each
Wentz
city.
better not even step onto the field. He's just gonna
Carson
tear
Wentz
everything.
career-ending injury
Oh
as soon
my
as we
God,
start, man.
Fancy.
He's gonna dive into a pile. Like, what's he
Yeah.
doing? Yeah, so it was fun. It was fun to get together, man, and kind of kick this thing off. Looking forward to getting with you fellas again, man. Hopefully when the season starts and comes around, we got more stuff to talk about, and get this thing rolling, man.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it, and I'll be on in like an hour and a half or so if anybody wants to get some of these practice games in. So let's see if we can get some
Just want to
game
give a
time in.
shout out to the real life undefeated Raiders. You know what I mean? Just want to throw that out there. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been betting against them too, man, and they've been making me pay for it. So
well, you'll be right one of these weeks. You know what I mean?
One of these weeks I'm gonna get, man. Nah, all right, guys. So, that's it for talking PML, episode 1, man. And it should be more to come. So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.